Good evening to those bored enough to watch. As many of you know, I've been getting into the making of reviews on this channel, uploading 2 videos discussing games that I like, and while I do of course plan on making more in the future, I do want to continue attempting to widen the variety of things I discuss on my channel. Though for the time being, it will mainly just be my stupid, incoherent ramblings about things I'm interested in on a general basis. That aside, I wanted to take this opportunity to discuss a form of YouTube content that I've been interested in for quite some time now, review videos. I generally like to watch these types of videos a lot, mainly due to the fact that I'm generally interested in what other people have to say about games I like or sometimes games I've never heard of. It can also be a somewhat nice introduction to a game I might not have heard of, so let's cut past the bush and enter the park. So, with that said, let's discuss my reasoning for liking review videos. I generally tend to enjoy review videos that cover a wide genre of different forms of media, movies, shows, games and whatnot, though my favourite form being that of video game reviews, mainly because that's the form of media I tend to enjoy most. However, that doesn't necessarily mean that I won't sit down and watch a review on another form of media. Like I said, I generally like hearing other people's opinions on things that I like, or sometimes hearing people discuss things that they're passionate about that correlate with one of my interests is just generally entertaining to watch. One of the reasons I consider it to be a supposed introduction to the things I've never heard of is because watching a full-length review on a game I haven't played or heard of may compel me to try it out for myself. Sometimes you need to hear beyond a normal recommendation of a game, or sometimes you might need to hear the judgment of a wider public to come to a decision on whether you should try it out for yourself. Of course, that might bring disadvantages depending on who listens to the review, or how easily they're influenced, but sometimes people need to hear more than sheer curiosity to decide on whether they should try something out for themselves. In my eyes, the purpose of reviewing something is providing my opinion on it while trying to start a discussion amongst myself and those whoever may be interested enough to listen. Sometimes people have differing opinions, and respecting that is something that should always be considered the first rule of reviewing anything. Some people might like the things you don't, and vice versa, and while you can say that you think they're wrong, it's still their opinion and some may be more entitled to that opinion more than others, and sometimes it's within both parties' interest to agree to disagree. Remember, discussions are for having a general conversation about something, not necessarily starting wars. Though sometimes I do feel as though reviews can be disadvantageous depending on who may listen to them. Everyone who indulges in any sort of discussion type video knows that every creator has a small portion of their audience who can't necessarily think for themselves. It's important to remember that what is expressed in these types of videos is a creator's own opinion. It's not necessarily expressed as fact, and it shouldn't be interpreted that way. It's never a good idea to base your opinion on others, especially for the purpose of appeasement. Not only are you lying to them, but to yourself as well. Don't make that mistake. Always base your opinions on your own knowledge and experience. After all, the purpose is to express how you feel, not saying something for the purpose of appeasing others. Overall, I think that this form of content is extremely enjoyable. Though I am mainly referring to video game reviews and the sort, it's something I'd like to experiment more with on my channel. There is a lot of video essays I want to make, and I feel like soon I want to be able to be more flexible with them as well, making things like retrospectives on series as a whole and their individual installments. However, maybe I'm being too optimistic about my future, and the only thing to do now is simply wait and see how the course of history plays out. So, there's the video. I hope you all enjoyed it. That was quite nasty to record, a lot of long sentences that was difficult to record properly in one take. I've obviously been attempting to work on a multitude of different things, which I do plan to bring to fruition at some point soon. I don't have any details yet, and I can't say any, since most of the things I'm currently working on hasn't even left the planning stage yet. New things, old things, I'm hoping that I can bring satisfactory results to you someday. But for now, I'll stop my incoherent ramblings and let you go off on your wonderful, lovely day. If you want to follow me, then my socials will be linked in the description, as well as any afterthoughts or messages I want to add. And with that, I've not really got much else I want to say, so I'll see you all in my next video. I hope you all enjoyed the video, and I wish you all a very pleasant evening.